I think I can do it, of course. Well, to me, the two best players in the world at the moment are still in, you know, Michael and Gary. And if you want to win this tournament, you have to beat them both.
The first two matches, double in, double out's been fine. You know, last night couldn't double in, couldn't double out, you know, and couldn't score in between. But it does the way I've been playing and the practice I've been putting in. They've been going great, you know. So it's annoying when it does that, but that's darts.
Oh, he's a high scorer, you know. You can get him if he struggles on his doubles, but outscore him or Michael, you know. They're I think the two heavy scorers on the planet. So yeah, hoping that he make mistakes and open it or overscore him.
Barney's been playing well, you know. Barney's one of these players. He's very much like Phil Taylor, you know. He has a bad spell, people write him off. These boys have been on the go for donkeys, you know. They know what they're doing. If they want to get back into it and start pushing, they will. They know they've got this thing inside them that they can do it. You know, they start to slide a wee bit, next minute, bang. They could win this tournament, you know, and then that's them right back up the table again.
I'm here for 33 years now in the business, and I saw many things play one absolutely phenomenal on one single day, and then the following day look like an amateur. Well, tonight I hope I can play like a professional and hopefully win my game.
I'm either going home or I'm playing the final, one of the two. No, just looking forward to it, you know. Hopefully, touch wood, it'll be a good game with Barney tonight, and we'll see.
Check. Yeah. Scout. Simple. Honey, I'm a fine boy, no pimples. Ooh, yeah, my high's covered in tinsel. I gon' pop and I won't stop. I think I should remind them I'm about to clean up like a Dyson. Them high rises can block your horizon. Disturbing London is the city that I'm from. When you feel like the tune, we make the DJ rewind them. Yeah.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Who joins Michael van Gerwen in the final? We're about to find out as a professional darts corporation proudly present the second semi-final of the Unibet World Grand Prix, coming to you live on Sky Sports from the Citywest in the fair city of Dublin. Let's meet the players. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Den Haag in the Netherlands, a two-time runner-up in the World Grand Prix and a five-time champion of the world, Raymond van Barneveld. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the two-time Premier League champion, the reigning two-time back-to-back champion of the world, the Flying Scotsman, Gary
I wish you could be with us here in Dublin this Friday night. Wonderful atmosphere. Two terrific walk-ons, two great champions. The first match was exceptional. This one could be a bit special as well, John Park.
Yeah, it's just the stage has been set so well by Michael and Dave, and we have two consummate professionals here, you know, and we're competitors, but we're also showmen, and this will help their performances.
Do you sort of get vibes from the first match? Do you watch behind the scenes and see what the first two have done and feed off that?
Well, I think you do off the energy, and I think you do because if we're all competitive by nature, and you just want to be better than everyone else, and you want to be the match that's remembered, and you want to win that match.
Gary Anderson never made the final of this competition. Will that play on his mind against a man who's been in two finals and failed on both occasions?
Well, I think that he can focus on Raymond and just as the match. The man's enough of a trophy as a reward. He'll get to a final. I think that he's thinking about the man he has to be.
Wayne Mardle, Nigel Pearson, your commentator.
120.
Thank you, Dave. Yes, well, follow that. MVG and Chizzy, a fantastic first semi-final. Lot to live up to for these two.
52.
And Barney away. Twice runner-up here in Dublin at the World Grand Prix. Anderson wastes no time in hitting the first 180. Brilliant.
Well, he's so much better than last night already. Struggled at the start, did Gary,
60.
against Kim Ibrex. He's not struggling tonight. And it was interesting, you see the stats from
140.
Raymond, yet to drop a set. When you go through that, a tournament of just kind of railroading your opponents, and then you have to fight for it, it can be tough. So already, Barney in an unfamiliar position.
12 darts, Gary Anderson. Wastes no time. Very, very impressive. 3-1 win against Kim Ibrex last night. Wayne said there, though, didn't get off to the best of starts. He's away. Well, I'll tell you what, he's in the mood, Gary Anderson, isn't he?
170.
This World Grand Prix is something on his CV he would love to add, I'm sure.
Couldn't start for the toffee yesterday, whatever that means. But he couldn't.
60.
He's just really struggling. He looks good this evening. You just think that
137.
it's one of those, right, I understand what I have to do to beat RVB, because this man's not going to play that bad, is he?
140.
A lot of it is about body language where Van Barneveld is concerned. He's enjoyed his week. And game by
95.
game, his confidence has built. Great to see as well. Getting into the semi-finals, but an MVG RVB final would
99.
really be something to look forward to. Whoever wins this one, it's going to be an absolute belter tomorrow night. Gary has certainly upped his performance from the start of last night.
94. Raymond Van 90.
Double 15. should be a good marker for him. Well,
75.
just a bit of a tug. Early chance for the world champ. 3 darts at top so far in this match, 3 hit.
15 and 14 darts for Gary Anderson, convincing, capitalising on Raymond van Barneveld and his error and his away, and in the best possible way. Gary Anderson is looking well and truly up for this.
Oh, the standard. I laugh, and I kind of don't know why. It's just utterly ridiculous, really. 3 legs gone. Gary Anderson has started 120, 117 and 160.
Yes, and there's the story.
96.
Brilliant standard from Gary Anderson. And now he looks for another treble 20, and that is magnificent. He could really waste no time in getting this first set on the board. It's a packed house here tonight at the Citywest. Barney responds. 2 treble 20s switch as well for cover. Just trying to keep a little bit of pressure on. A treble 19 would leave tops for Anderson for the set.
76.
That's the first time he's missed it. 60, and see about the lie. Well, you've got to come down. For the first set, tops.
40.
This time? No.
20.
Well, that's a surprise.
62.
He smiles, but he'll be a little bit annoyed as he checks Barney's score. 2 darts in hand, double 16. Now this is a big moment for Barney.
No matter what happens in this tournament, Raymond van Barneveld seems unable to lose a set. Irving King had a dart. Adrian Lewis had 4 darts to win a set. Absolutely incredible. And now the pressure has gone straight on Gary Anderson's shoulders.
Yes. 2 darts above, 1 below. Costly for Gary. He will feel that he should have been set up comfortably, and Barney hits the first 180 for him, his 7th of the tournament so far. What a match this is turning into already.
6 perfect darts so far for RVB. Going for double 16, you cannot go out in 9. You can only go out in the perfect 10, which we saw Simon Whitlock do earlier in the week against Alan Norris.
78.
Oh, that's a slip.
As a player, Wayne, how much does it annoy you that you've allowed a winning opportunity to slip by, from Gary's point of view, knowing that he should have won it by now, as double 16 is the target for Barney.
75.
Well, he can win it now, but he let it slip, didn't he?
Yeah, the champions get over it. Players like me don't. 60. Double 14. That is how they get over it, Nige. That is 148. That's the set. This is the first time in the tournament Raymond van Barneveld has been behind after a set. How will he cope with it? Gary Anderson averaging 112, Barney 98. Just like the first semi-final with Michael van Gerwen and Dave Chisnall. Utterly brilliant.
Gary Anderson takes the first set of this semi-final here in Dublin tonight. Fantastic work, double 14, just as he slipped up a little bit earlier, but retrieved the situation nicely. What a match it was between MVG and Chizzy. Chizzy pushed him hard, 4-2 to Michael van Gerwen. Right now, Gary Anderson 1 up on Raymond van Barneveld, with the final to come tomorrow night. Who will meet Michael van Gerwen That first set, remarkable in many ways. Anderson had a real grip on it. Van Barneveld came back. Anderson made a slip but recovered nicely and got a set on the board.
Oh, thought it was going to go for double 18, but there's the ability to do that. Gary Anderson, a double 1 yesterday. They all count.
98.
If Gary Anderson can finish the job and get through, seeds 1 and 2 will be in the final
100
for the first time since 2008, when Phil Taylor beat the number 2 seed then, Raymond van Barneveld.
60.
Yeah, twice finalist Barney, never won it. Gary, who beat Jamie Caban 2-0 in the first round.
140.
And then beat Kyle Anderson 3-1 before his win against Kim Huybrechts. A hard-fought one it was.
100.
Yeah, played very well, Kyle Anderson. Acquitted himself well.
Yeah, he's done well, Kyle, for a player who was sat at home in Australia and thinking that he wasn't going to come back. Now, Barney. Which way will he go?
119. Gary, you require 61.
Allows Anderson the opportunity here.
That was superb.
Gary Anderson.
The finishing, the starting,
Gary to throw first.
utterly brilliant.
And a breaker throw as well in Gary's favour. Can he build on it?
40.
Well, he gets away. That's the most important thing. So does Raymond, not necessarily the way he wanted.
He went for it.
Never in doubt.
136.
Well, Gary only gets an in with 40. Opens
100.
the door now for Raymond. Could hit a maximum here. Could hit a maximum here.
109.
Wayne, anyone would think you know what you're talking about. That was spot on with your prediction. Brilliant.
Most unlike me. But this is really important for Raymond, because losing that leg against the darts after you've lost the set, and don't forget, he hasn't had any kind of, hasn't faced any adversity yet in this tournament, and he's come back in this leg with some beautiful darts, and this to break straight back. Double 10. Don't want to start faffing around and leaving 10. Well done.
Well, Gary wasn't on a finish anyway, but he got the job done. Very impressive, showing a lot of character. He's up for it, isn't he?
He is, and I thought it was quite interesting yesterday when he was talking to Law. He said about who Law asked who he would prefer to play, Kim or Gary. Well, I have a terrible record against them both. Yeah.
Gary's dominated the recent meetings between the two, hasn't he? Just a little bit.
Yeah, just the 9 on the bounce. It's amazing against someone so good. Just doesn't make sense.
But obviously, with that interview, it's clear that Barney's conscious of that. He knows the stats. He knows the recent record between him and certain players.
And he also said that he's here alone. Very, very rarely will you see Raymond van Barneveld strolling around a hotel without Sylvia or a friend. So he must feel comfortable.
Maybe the way forward.
58.
Only 58 for Gary. Nice. From Barney. Can he fill it up for a third?
Of course he can. This is very good. We know it's a semi-final of a huge darts tournament, but the standard. Oh my.
Yeah, Gary 104.97, Raymond 102.3, double 16.
54. Gary,
now, this would be some party piece from Gary Anderson. Treble 19 will leave the ball.
That isn't in. I'm very disappointed not to have at least one dart at the ball for the lead in the second set. Wow. They were a bit of a mess.
And this for a break, which would hurt Barney. 20 for tops.
30.
Wow, that tops has caused him 1 or 2 problems tonight.
He started off hardly missing it at all. First 5 or 6 attempts, double 4. Well, that settled Barney back down. He was just starting to play absolutely brilliant, and then you can throw away a leg and it unsettle you again. So that'll make him feel better.
Good game this, as we'd expect in a major semi-final like this. Van Gerwen 4, Chisnell 2 earlier on. Great effort from Chizzy, it really was.
109.
And now Anderson van Barneveld. Nicely poised. Gary looking to take it to a last leg decider in the second set. But Raymond would have the throw.
Yeah, but the pressure Raymond would be under, or will be under, we shall see, would be immense and nothing like he's faced yet. You do hear the kind of the workings every now and again of, do you think it's good to win a tight game every now and again? Yeah, I do. I believe that it is. It gets your heart going and you find out what you can deal with.
A little bit too easy against Benito van der Pas last night. Benito had that one fine finish, but apart from that, he dominated it. Barney only conceded the 1 leg in his 3-0 win.
Yeah, that was a 1-4-7 from Benito. Gary Anderson dominating this leg.
45.
Tops. Should get it.
Should, but there was a little bit of doubt because it has caused him a few problems. But he gets there, and now this is a huge leg, and Barney's away first time.
Oh, this is a dream start.
112.
5-time world champ going at it against the twice and reigning world champ Gary Anderson. What more do you want?
This is superb.
140.
From Barney, he really is playing quite beautifully.
96. 99.
Lovely start from Gary.
100.
This is the deciding leg in the second set then. And Barney has 6 darts from here. What a start. Double 15 for the set. He's going to be back anyway.
20.
He's missed 3 darts at that now. And Gary is applying pressure.
140.
What Raymond doesn't want to do.
30.
And you cannot protect on the first dart. You've got to go straight at it.
Just so! Barney is back and we're level in this second semi-final between Gary Anderson and Raymond van Barneveld, who will face Michael van Gerwen here in Dublin tomorrow night. This match continues in a few moments' time.
Finish on 150. It's a set apiece. It's an absolutely enthralling contest, just like the first semi-final was, where Michael van Gerwen beat Dave Chisnell 4-2. The quality of arrows tonight has been sensational. Michael van Gerwen, the #1 seed, is in the final. Who will he play? Will it be the world champ and the #2 seed, Gary Anderson or fellow countryman and 5-time world champ Raymond van Barneveld. It's one of those games you'd be kind of brave to say who you fancy, Nige.
Yes, it would take a brave man to predict that now. Terrific crowd here, and they are being royally entertained. Firstly, as you said, Wayne, by MVG and Chizzy, and now this game as well, on a knife edge at 1 apiece. And Gary's away at the start of the 3rd set. It looked as though Gary was in a dominating mood early on, but full credit to Barney, as you said, has really dominated in this tournament so far. His first real test. And after going a set down, he's shown character. Don't forget the Betway Premier League starts in February. We can't wait for that.
Some absolutely fab venues. And back to Leeds. And then Scotland. That's always a special night. Judgment night is in Cardiff. Echo Arena in Liverpool.
139, Gary, you're 158.
Well, Gary making a mess of that, but getting out of it.
82.
And then the GE Oil and Gas Arena in Aberdeen, and the final, the O2 in London. Now, you said a test, that's a test.
And we're back in Dublin on April the 6th for the Premier League as well. Free arena, looking forward to that. Now, Gary, treble 20, 16 for tops, for a quick fire lead.
56.
Again, that tops is not convincing for Gary Anderson. And Barney with a chance to break straight. Double 9. Decent marker. It's not quite so good. Oh, brilliant! Absolutely brilliant! Barney breaks at the start of the 3rd.
He's in front.
Game on.
Well, he gets off, and then only 72. I remember a time that used to be a good start.
40.
Not a bad start in this leg. Gary only getting away with 40. Advantage, Raymond van Barneveld.
Well, that is Barney's 4th 180. Gary's hit the 1.
140.
Well. Gary knows he's got a real test on his hands from here. Barney's well and truly on it. Lovely switch for treble 19. Hits it twice.
34.
You're always going to get less 180s in this format because there's one less scoring visit. But Gary Anderson has only hit 7 180s.
115.
His 4 matches to press. Barney 115. Single 18. Tops now for 2-0 in this, the 3rd set.
75.
No pressure on him.
Well, Gary a mile behind.
58. Raymond, you're 140.
He's letting things slip here. Well below his best. Barney tops. 2-0. Within a leg of the 3rd set.
Gary to throw first.
It is Gary's throw. He needs to step it up now.
Well, I've got to say, I'm surprised but pleased about Raymond van Barneveld's play. I thought when he lost the 1st set and then the 1st leg, things were going sour for him.
No score.
He's held himself together, like champions do.
Yeah, but also the recent record between the two as well, which Barney admitted last night he's only too aware of. He's away 4th time of asking. Yeah, the recent record between the two, you can't ignore it. Maybe that Gary will still prevail, but he's letting it slip here.
85.
Yeah, just a few wayward ones. Just a few average visits. Never called Gary Anderson an average dart player, I've got to say, but some of the visits
97.
since leading 1-0 have not been his best. Got to go down. They may go bullseye or stay there.
96.
Well, this is nice, just what he needs here.
140.
Well, that'll do, he'll take that. Now, Gary Anderson
43.
looking to be back. If Barney doesn't take out a 1-1-2, he's not done a ton plus yet.
Well, he loves the 32-20-60 route, so why not the 60-20-32 route?
60. Gary, you require 60.
That was a costly miss there for Raymond. Or will it be costly? Yes, it will.
That's better at tops for Gary Anderson. Saves the set. But Raymond has the throw. Needs to get away in the first three. This is a big dart now. Switches and doesn't get away. Chance for Gary now.
I should say so. And he's in. Hasn't started with 160 since the third leg of the first set. Isn't a bad time to do it, but that was a opportune time.
88.
Oh, beautifully done from Gary Anderson. Is he going to fill it up for the second time in the match? No bother, he'll still take the 140.
Brilliant. The pressure that Barney's under to not lose throw here is immense.
What I like as well, Wayne, with Barney is that he's not showing any kind of emotion. No negative body language. He's almost poker-faced. You know, he's just doing his job. He's focused. There's no emotion either way. He's just on his game.
Yeah, he's telling Gary, you're going to have to beat me, pal, because I'm going nowhere. No big drama for Gary.
88.
Well, did he go for that? I can't see the point if he did. I'm just going to put it down to hitting a treble instead of a single.
134. Gary, you require 8.
Bit of pressure on now. Double four. Never the easiest, but he gets it. He's broken Barney's throw. Now, this is a huge leg for Gary.
You turn a match around. You turn a match around by not starting in that last leg. Barney's put himself in trouble
52.
because Gary, with the help of a 13 darter in the previous leg and then starting with 117 for the second time, is holding all the aces. Well, those two darts from Barney were a bit floated in. They weren't thrown with any aggression whatsoever.
Second 180 in the match for Gary Anderson. Right place, right time. Looking to take the set out, but this is good from Barney as well.
See the difference when Barney throws them properly. Into the bed. With power. Can this enter tops with power? Of course he can. That is the third set to Gary Anderson. See Barney, that's the first kind of look we've had of, do you know what, I'm not entirely happy here.
It's a great set for Anderson to win. When you bear in mind the position he was in early on. He was in a bit of bother there. Barney could so easily be 2-1 up. And Gary's turned it around and he's playing nicely now. A bit of fluency in his game. Getting away quickly.
Yeah, but what a comeback from Barney. Kicking off 152, then 180. The standard, it is laughable. It is. The last two legs from Gary to win that set were 12 and 13.
177.
And we're talking double star.
Look at that from Gary as well. 8 180s in the match. But Gary significantly has taken out a 148 and a 104. So he's having to dig deep. Barney has the chance of an 11 dart leg here.
72.
Well, treble 13 would leave double 12.
Just throwing the odd weak dart.
40. Gary, you record 153.
60, 57, 36. Oh well, you cannot take it out, but what pressure can you
79.
apply? Well, that was an odd one.
Raymond, you record 32.
Double 16 for a hold of throw. Big dart. Oh, beautifully done! Well, the way it just flighted above. And now look at this from Anderson.
103.
He's held his throw, Barney, and that's all he could do there. And a brilliant finish, and he's away!
Yeah, Gary was a bit unlucky with that third dart, wasn't it?
72.
The flight just dragged it over to the right. He wasn't unlucky there, was he? Really can group them like Adrian Lewis, Michael van Gerwen. Incredible the way that once the first one goes in, you're kind of thinking you will hit it, won't you?
Well, these two are serving up a treat here in Dublin. Look at this from Gary again. Plenty of room. Hits it. And suddenly he's on 4 180s. This is turning into something special, folks. Hope you're enjoying it. Great to watch.
Could be a 10-darter. Well, it can't be now. What are you doing? 32 for an 11. 12? 12?
That'll do. Job done.
103 to start, 180, 180 game shot.
Easy, innit?
No, it's not. No, it really isn't.
28.
Well, he was annoyed there, you could see that. Took 3 darts to get away. Barney looking for a hold of throw. Michael van Gerwen awaits the winner of this
60.
tomorrow night here at the Citywest in Dublin.
I mentioned a leg or so ago that Barney's throwing the dart slightly softer. And that last visit when he hit 60, they just said it all. You've got to throw them like that dart. You cannot throw like that, Raymond. You know that man.
125.
He learned quickly there, didn't he?
You've got to keep your action, and Raymond knows that. Yes, he's smooth anyway, like Steve Beaton, but you've still got to propel the darts forward. You can't just let go of them.
Here we go. Oh, unlucky.
20.
Now, Gary has 6 darts for a break of throw.
He's had a bit of luck there with that bounce out from Raymond, because he's on 168 RVB.
60.
Oh dear.
That's poor, isn't it?
Slightly unlucky with the last one, but yes, he would have liked a 60 beforehand. Well, you can see now Barney just kind of...
60.
He's flopping the darts in.
130.
Treble 20 would leave the ball. Here we go for a break of throw.
104.
The width of a wire away.
Barney
Barney yet to hit a ton plus finish.
Got to go. 60.
100.
This
25.
for a break of throw and to move ahead in the 4th set. Double 12. Double 6 now.
13.
Well. Another interesting twist. Double 4. 2s for Barney now. Oh, goodness me, the tension, the drama. And double 6 for Anderson.
He really could put his foot down and go here, Gary Anderson. Raymond van Barneveld has got to stop this right now, because he's looking panicked. He's looking a bit beaten to me. This is absolutely paramount for me that Raymond van Barneveld wins this leg.
100.
Well, a ton for Gary is a good way to start. Even though he didn't get away first dart.
No score.
And the set could be drifting away from Raymond van Barneveld here.
Yeah, the body language is not as good as it was, that's for sure, from RVB. And Gary Anderson is averaging 101. It's double start.
It's not bad. Well, he needed that 152, didn't he? And he tidied it up nicely. Nice steady tongue from Gary. Has he gone? 61. Has he gone, Barney?
I'm never going to say Barney's beat, because you know what he's like. The man's an absolute darting machine sometimes. But sometimes he can turn it in too easily. He's not turning it in yet, it's just not happening. But you've got to throw him with authority.
140.
Beautiful dance.
78.
20 would leave tops. Tops is the target, and Gary Anderson has daylight now. Anderson leads by 3 sets to 1. He is 1 away from a place in the final against Michael van Gerwen. Will he finish the job, or will Barney bounce back? Join us live in Dublin in a few moments.
Gary Anderson won the first set. Barney levelled up, and then the world champ just won the last 2 sets. He's 1 set away from a place in the final when Michael van Gerwen awaits. Been a brilliant night of darts so far. Dave Chisnall was the one to be blown apart by Michael van Gerwen, but what a performance from Chizzy. Done little wrong, but when you play the green machine, you make one mistake and that's it, curtains. 3-1, Gary Anderson right now against Raymond van Barneveld.
Yep, it's a terrific game so far, this one. 3-1, Anderson leads. Can he finish the job here now? Never reached the final of the World Grand Prix, Gary Anderson. Barney, twice a beaten finalist.
120.
Been really troubled along the way. Can he get off and running here now? Second dart is away.
52.
It's okay getting away second dart, but you really have to hit a treble after that when your opponent is kicking off like Gary Anderson is 120, 100, 160. Fifth 180.
Gary averaging 101.8. And look at this from Barney.
140.
He's not done yet. But Gary clearly wants to get the job done sooner rather than later.
140.
He's taken 9 darts to get to 61.
140.
Fire darts from the Flying Scotsman. He's taken this out before, but he went 25-36. Now 3 for double 4.
53.
He's going to be back anyway. Went for the 25, but hit the bull, Gary. And now he needs double 4 to take a quick lead here. That's a decent marker. There he goes. Holds his throw. And that's significant in this set. If he holds his throw, he is through to the final. Saturday night in Dublin, the Grand Prix final. Michael van Gerwen against Gary Anderson or Raymond van Barneveld. As things stand, it's Anderson who will face him.
100.
What a night it promises to be.
It can't be a bad game, can it? No matter who gets through out of this, whether it be Gary or Raymond, it cannot be a bad game.
Well, the Van Gerwen-Chisnell semi-final would have graced a final. It was that good, wasn't it?
I know that. I'm in full agreement. Yes.
134.
You've got to sell it to me, man. I love the game. Love it. Darts, yeah.
60.
Stand up if you love the darts. You don't have to.
Okay.
Lovely cover from Ando. Treble 19. And is Van Barneveld a broken man here now?
85. Gary, you require
If Anderson takes this leg against the throw, it's almost job done, you feel.
70.
Gary Anderson has kept up that amazing standard, hovering just over 101, and Barney's dropped.
140.
The losing of
65.
the fourth set. He's too good again.
He's done that again.
Yeah.
Double four.
57.
Well, maybe he should aim for the ball and he'd hit 25.
Chance. Real important visit. 12. 32. Got to go. Oh.
72.
Look at the shake of the head.
Disillusioned.
Now double two for Gary Anderson. This is a big shot, isn't it? Pressure's on. And he's a mile away.
Every now and again, Gary will look in total control and then look shaky for no apparent reason. Oh, this is difficult now. That's great. That really is. When you're struggling, not hitting anything of any note really, which for the last leg and a bit, that was Barney. So to hit a double last start, full credit to him.
And now Gary, who was cruising and was potentially within one leg of the match, isn't even away.
72.
72 behind already with the throw. That's better. Another one of those he needs. Oh,
160.
brilliant response, Wayne.
He's not behind anymore. Another. Brilliant. Number 7. Well, he was shaking his head, Raymond, but I feel okay
80.
now. This format can just change around so quick.
Should be nodding his head now, not shaking it. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. He's not done yet, is he? Far too early to write him off.
83.
Yeah, Gary still needs another 2 legs.
80.
Stay there. Going for the double 19.
99.
I'm sure splitting went through his head there.
Raymond, you require 19.
So, 2 darts in hand and double 8 the target. Oh, middle of the bed. Brilliant finishing from Barney. Now Gary Anderson has got something to think about.
Gary was in total control of the second leg in this set. He wanted 65, hit the bullseye, and it's all gone wrong since. Didn't hit the double 4, didn't hit the double 2.
No score.
Oh, what a mistake. What an error.
78.
This format creates so much unpredictability and inconsistency.
Yeah, the drama of
No score.
Well, Barney gets himself right back in it and 6 darts without getting away. How do you explain that?
140.
Sometimes you miss on the wrong side, and when Barney's missing on the outside of 32, it's kind of blocking his path, and then he has to just keep switching away.
No score.
What will annoy him is the fact that he's giving away this leg, and Gary has the darts to win the match in the
60.
next.
No way back from this in this leg, and Gary will have the throw in the next for the match.
48.
Looking for 2 or 3 big trebles. Yeah, just keep your foot on the gas and annihilate your opponent in any leg you can. because we know that the drama can happen at the end of a leg, which Gary's already shown.
And here's us overlooking a 180 because of the context of the game. And Gary Anderson has broken the throw. Barney had a nightmare at the start. A leg which saw him hit a 180, which was irrelevant. This for the match now, Gary Anderson.
62.
Raymond will be thinking, are you kidding me? You've hit a double one now. He's got to get away first up. It's gone horribly wrong for RVB. You get the feeling that Gary will maybe hit a 140 or a big treble.
59.
Only 59, that's a slip. Got to punish it, RVB, got to.
Wrong treble. Oh, he's letting Anderson off the hook here. A big score from Gary now, and it's a good start. A big score from Anderson, like a 140. Puts Barney in big trouble now.
170 points in front, and Barney doing what he did in one of the earlier sets, just releasing the dart and not following through with any conviction. And when you look at Gary throw, you get the feeling that the dart has no choice but to go in the intended target.
Reminder, the final tomorrow night, live on Sky Sports. Michael van Gerwen against Anderson or Barney. Looking like Gary, has to be said. Treble 20. Now he just stays in the 20 bed to set himself up on his return for tops. But Barney, if he puts a bit of pressure on here, Gary hasn't been totally convincing at double top. Right, here we go. It's a good effort from Barney, but this for the match.
That is the match done and dusted. That is the semi-final one. Gary Anderson is through for the first time ever in his career to the World Grand Prix final, where he will take on the world number one, Michael van Gerwen. What final we should have. The world number one takes on the world champion. That was a superb performance from Gary Anderson.
World number one, world number two, first time ever in a PDC ranking final. And the Premier League, of course, but Barney, what a tournament he's had. Couldn't close out the deal in the end. Disappointment for him. But he can enjoy the moments. 98.893 to average. High checkouts of 148 and 104. Missed doubles cost Barney. Doing a jig on stage now. Michael van Gerwen earlier on a 4-2 victory over Dave Chisnall. Gary Anderson 4-1 over Raymond van Barneveld. John Pass alongside me. Just have a look at the stats. They say it all.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was another fantastic match, scoring, and I think Gary actually might have edged out MVG's average tonight, just by a bit, but very close. You know, and the real stat difference there is the outshots. The missed doubles cost Raymond.
Let's hear from Gary Anderson now, talking to Law.
Gary, congratulations. You said you wanted an improvement on last night, and you certainly gave us that.
I couldn't get any, well, easier to improve from last night, but no, I played well. Double top was going in first dart, second dart. It's fine, you know, so yeah, if you get off right away, you're fine.
In terms of Raymond, we'd seen him perform so well this tournament so far, and he just seemed to look a little bit lethargic up there.
Like what I was yesterday. You know, you always talk about players getting beat. I was the same yesterday. The first two games were great. It's a long tournament. It's a hard tournament. I've told you this.
You've set up a dream final, world champion versus the world number one.
Yeah. Like I say, Sky's man to get beat. He's here to get beat. So we'll see. Yeah.
It's going to be your first PDC ranking final together as well. What are you expecting?
Good game. Good game. I'm looking forward to it.
You're a man of few words tonight. That I saw you signalling to Rachel that it's Ty's bedtime.
Yeah, it's his bedtime. It's my bedtime, never mind his bedtime. But yeah, looking forward to it tomorrow.
Get a good rest. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you. Cheers, Dad.
John, you get the feeling you want to get back to his hotel room, get rested, get ready for tomorrow night.
Well, yeah, it's a short turnaround just to play a major final of this status, and one day, and you know, he has things going well. I'm sure he'd like it to be like in a few hours from now, really, because when you're playing well, you want to just keep at it.
Signing the autographs, enjoying the moment, and will enjoy the moment Saturday night. Fantastic. Van Gerwen against Anderson. Unbelievable. They've never met in a ranking final.
And to have them play equally well tonight, really, is said that they had good performances against them. They both stood up to the test. And now they're testing each other tomorrow night.
The world #1 against the world champion.